Hello one, hello all. It's been a while. Has it been a while? I don't. I can't even keep track. It's me, CP, otherwise known as Charles. The chat already blistering off. What is up? Tim, Alonzo, Emily. Everybody say hello to Emily. Emily's in the chat. Once again, same same fucking roof as I'm in, but in the chat, say hello and give your kind regards. Dice, Jack, I can't help it. My initials are CP. Um, it's a thing that caught on early, like very early when I was doing stand up. So it just stuck. It's not my fault that like almost everything that's terrible is shortened to CP, like corporal punishment. Um, the thing that rhymes with mild corn. I know what you're referring to. Trust me. Um, so it's not my fault. I I I I I was born this way. Trevor, Deadhead, cheers. Not exactly a vanilla Coke, but cheers. Sugar tax. The UK has sugar tax. You can get everything deep fried, but they don't want any sugar in their fucking soda. Um, Alonso says, "Wait, what? Can I click on these? What the fuck? Why am I not able to click on this shit?" Yeah, there it is. Can that intro be a few minutes longer, please? Can we get some hot guys? I will. You know what? Touche, Alonzo. I will be on the lookout. I don't know how many. I guess I'll play the video from Prince Charming by Adam Ant. There's a lot of shirtless, moist men just dancing. Fourth drawer down. Hello. I just fucking got here. Yeah. The problem is I'm playing to my audience dice. My. I wish I could show you my algorithm. My audience is 98.7% male. Like you would think a female would accidentally click. But no, no. Corey, Trini, CP. Yes. Ash Harry says, WILIscredia stream my night made. Well, that's sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that. CP have quite the marketing team there. What? Marketing. Sean, super chat for vanilla Coke. Yeah, I can get it without sugar, technically. So, thank you, sir. Yeah, I have to give you different details because the way you're contacting me isn't reliable. So, I'll try to go out of my way to get you some sort of information to contact me. But the way you've been contacting me, and thank you, by the way, I need to say thank you. Um, I need a better the the way that you're sending messages earlier this week isn't reliable. I don't get it. For hours would be a benefit. Like days is more closer to get days is more closer to it. Well, then you could say the same thing for women. Most of my audience is male. Well, yeah. Well, horror, I guess, is mostly a male, but I've tried my best to kind of distance myself. I mean, I'm a fan of horror, but if I had a pie of the things I want to talk about, horror would be a you know uh, a fair slice. It would not be the entire cake, for fuck's sake. I cannot have pie just filled with horror. Even though if it were a cherry pie, that would probably be fitting. I'm not gay, but I would have to go with Steve Buscemi in Reservoir Dogs. You, my wife, will get along. The 1% of female audience in the chat. Yeah, the wife. Not after yesterday. That was a tight game, Aaron. But yeah, I'm excited. They beat the fucking piss out of the Braves last weekend. And yeah, I'm glad I'm 3,000 miles away so that I can enjoy hearing about it fucking 9 hours later and watching 8-minute updates. And you as well, Cecil. I uh I read that November we start the that's exciting news. Congrats. For those of you who don't know, the Freddy fan film Dylan's New Nightmare is beginning filming later this. Since I'm in the United Kingdom, I will say later this autumn and not fall. What I meant to say was the way you promote people to come to your live stream. That's what I'm marketing team, dude. I need a better marketing team. I need my marketing team to hire 4 more marketing teams. That's an excellent question. I've been working on something that is coming in 18 days that uh thanks to American Airlines, I'm more focused on finances than entertainment, to be brutally frank with you. Um the 31 on 31 video has taken 100% of my creative attention. And so the who would like that list, I've got things done for it, like I've got templates and stuff done for it. And it's odd because I know that would do well too. It's one of those videos that I really wish I had a actual camera to film so that it would look better and people would perhaps subscribe considering what they're looking at and saying blah blah blah. Well, this looks pretty fucking impressive. That intro is tits and the picture quality is awesome and yada yada yada. But thanks to American Airlines and Heathrow Airport and the long journey from Heathrow Airport up here to Scotland, a lot of people with sticky fingers have just absolutely decimated my production ability, my well, Twitch fucking. If you enjoyed me playing games on Twitch, that's a dead duck. And I actually, on top of that, I use that to center myself. I just wish I masturbated like everybody else. Maybe I'd center myself easier that way. The pie is horror. Sky, what's up? I like that Sky has a star. Aha, cherry pie. I get it because of Twin Peaks. Yeah, yeah. A show I've never watched. What's up, brother? Last I saw you was on JC's stream. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Uh, news of the new Friday. It's Christmas come earlier for CP. Oh, do you want me to talk about that? I'll get to it. Let me just catch up with all you guys and all this Steve Buscemi talk. Oh, I am gay and I don't find Steve Buscemi attractive. All right, so only gay, excuse me, only straight women can have Steve Buscemi, which is that's I don't know, that's sexist, uh, right? That's got to be something. Um, what is the what? There's lots of bugs here. What is the gay equivalent of sexist? Homophobic. I'm an idiot. I knew that. I really did know that. Yes, yes, more for the rest of us. Brian, all right. too much gay talk for Trini. I didn't even get started. Completely unintentional, but I happen to be wearing my Twin Peaks shirt. Oh, that's a sign. Yes, sir. November 7th through 12th. Ooh, 5-day shoot. I just subbed from my Subjective Perspective Collective account channel. Can't talk from there yet. Subjective Perspective Collective. That's a mouthful. There's a Toblerone knockoff sold in Poundland called Twin Peaks. Yeah, no, it's a you know I rarely do I get confident in the Mets, but it's mid-August. Well, they had a 7-game lead on September 17th in 2007, so I'll just shut my face. Hey, Felix. What the fuck? Somebody missed the is there a Twin Peaks thing? Today's the 13th. Friday the 13th has been trending on Twitter for like fucking like 5 days straight. What's this month's 30? Louise, you're a patron. You should know that. Not to spoil 31 and 31, but just curious, is Transformers part of the reaction? That would be hilarious. No, no, I can verify that Transformers will not be a part. Although that would make a lot more sense than some of the other choices. Brian. Yes. Yes. It is currently being worked on. It literally is. Even me, I'm actually working on it. So what does that tell you? This month's 31 and 31 sci-fi theme. Yes. I don't ignore people on Twitch, Doug. If I'm playing, I'm focused on the dying that I'm doing. It has nothing to do with me ignoring anybody. I just I have to wait until I die, which takes a while. Yeah, yeah. The airport people apparently were ice cream truck fans. Megan Friels Johnson runs Heathrow Airport. CP, will the next time you will? I am he who says I am I? What? What? Are you Englishing? When will be the next time you see yourself come to America? It's a difficult answer. Um, there's severe issues here in the United Kingdom with airports and stuff, and they're like canceling like dozens of thousands of flights a day. And due to that, they're like gouging the shit out of whatever the hell they have left. So even if I wanted to fly home like tomorrow, it would cost like $3,000. So cheers, everyone. Happy Scotland. I don't know. Considering, if American Airlines were to put up their end of the bargain in regards to them fucking me over rather hard, it would be a little bit easier to figure things out, because if the camera were here and or the Xbox were here, I would have things to not only distract myself but work on, uh devote towards building income. um and they just kind of like trifold fucked me over by losing the luggage first, which took, I think it took close to 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. It might have been 3 weeks. I mean, now is a full month. I can't exactly remember the exact date. I just remember it was just like, what the fuck? And then they delivered it to the wrong house, which was just fucking priceless. Thank God for nice neighbors, because they took the bag. They took one of the bags in, and and then I got a phone call from somebody from America, and they're like, "Yeah, we have the other bag." And I'm like, "What other bag? What do you mean other bag? I don't even have one. What do you mean other?" And it's just been an absolute disaster. Like they've really just really fucked everything over, and everything has become tenfold more difficult to like. Every I think I say this like maybe once a year, where it's just like fucking I hit the ground, and it's like, all right, get up. But I can't get to my knees. I just can't get up. These fuckers, this was supposed to be this starting over. And American was like, no, we're just gonna fucking chop your ankles out from under your feet. Go ahead, try to start without a camera or your Xbox. Dick. Oh, and by the way, we're never gonna answer you when you call us or send emails or whatever. The real skill is making people question their sexuality. Um, how is that a real skill? Wait a minute. I don't I what? I have to get them to question their sexuality just so they could start watching my videos. This way my analytics look a little bit better. Hey, listen. If you got a couch, I'll come AK. I give a shit. I I'm a nomad. Just no more bringing luggage. Well, actually, I guess there's nothing left. Ash, I did have plans. There was a good 3 or 4 days before the the before the luggage situation. I had plans to go down to the Fringe Festival. Um, and I was going to just see if I can get on stage. I even like uh went to comment boards and like all these little communities and said, "Hey, I'm an American comedian," and blah 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 blah. Blah. And I got a couple of replies. Somebody who was running a Parisian stand-up showcase offered me a spot, and they're like, yeah, you can. It doesn't matter that you're not French or from Paris. You just need to figure out a way to put like a minute or two of Parisian material into your stand-up. And I was like, you don't want my knowledge of France. Well, maybe you do. I don't know. The only knowledge I have of French shit is extremist horror. And I don't know how many martyrs, Baise-moi, fucking I don't know how many of those I can make into jokes. Like, hey guys, so you're all from Paris, huh? That's neat. Why do you like to watch movies about sexual assault so much? Oh, that's my time. I've been Charles Patterson. Thank you. Good night. So it was I mean, I never turned it down. It's just when the luggage came mostly empty, it like it just like like a melon scooper just took all of my morale and fucking flung it on the ground. It's been rough. It's been rough. It's hard. It's hard to explain the emotional um journey this has been. I'm happy to get Emily out of the environment that she was in. So out of everything, that's a win. I'm happy about that. That like no matter what happens, that was a success. But since then it's been just fucking chaos. Like just my mind is fucking pudding. And my abilities to make money and everything that I've used to make money have been stolen. Well, not everything. I mean, you're looking at me now. Oh, I guess I should be a fucking wait, hold on. Let me here you go. There. Apt timing. There's that. That's for free exclusives. Sigmund coming through there. And you'll have access to what the logo for this month's 31 and 31 is. Plus some behind the scenes stuff of Emily and I as we were getting ready to leave to head to Scotland, as well as early stuff and extra stuff and other stuff and just general support. Or if you just want to generally support the channel, myself, the production process, it's not coffee.com. Actually, it's pronounced coffee.com, but it's Ko-Fi, like as in Kofi Kingston. This website does not take any charges. So if you were to give $5 goes directly to me. It is the only way to support yours truly without having the company take a little bit of a pinch. There, I won't bring it up again for a little bit, but I just figured it was an opportune time. What now? Now this is frozen. Who's from Paris? Not me. Yeah, yeah. Me and my favorability of the heat. Uh, I'm gonna take a hard pass on Nigeria and or any part of Africa. What's up, Nico? Long time no see. Uh, I'm doing. I'm doing. I'm dragging myself to chat with everyone. Um, um, 2 weeks ago, was it 2 weeks ago? A week and a half ago? I had an event. Um, I think I should make a new YouTube channel where I grade hospitals of the world as I've experienced them because I was sitting on a couch or laying down on a couch and tried to move to make myself more comfortable, and my cracked vertebrae pinched a nerve, and it felt like lightning hit me right in the midsection, and I got to spend time in a Scottish hospital. Um, long wait time. Very nice people. It's funny, um, when people say that free healthcare will never work in America, I get it. I finally get it because I was sitting in a ambulance with 2 very nice, uh, ambulance. Are they nurses? What are ambulance drivers? Are they just drivers? They're fuck, whatever. Well, they were very nice. Anyway, they hung out and waited for me. And the thing about hospitals, or this hospital in particular in Scotland, is you've gotta wait. You've gotta wait in the ambulance until, a spot opens. They don't do the fucking, leaving a bed in the walkway. I can't tell you how many times I've been on a bed in a hospital that's just kinda like where everybody can walk right past you, and if you roll over the right way, you're mooning the entire hospital. But, they don't do that here. They will not let a patient in unless, of course, there's some sort of emergency, like a chest emergency or something. And they gave me this, like, laughing gas thing, which didn't work because my pain tolerance is fucking, uh, high, low, I don't know. It did nothing to me. And they were like, "Well, we normally get these rugby players, and they end up not feeling anything, and it's kinda like laughing gas at the dentist." And I was like, "Do I look like I'm laughing?" I didn't say that. Um, but, so anyway, you're just sitting in an ambulance for about 2 or 3 hours. They take you to a bed, um, and they run some tests, they ask you questions, so on and so forth. Uh, it is the polar opposite of American hospitals, from my experience. Um, Danish in Denmark, the hospitals are here. I'm gonna grade 3 hospitals or 3 nations on my hospital stays. Um, America, I have like 20 hospital stays, so whatever. I'm just like fucking doing a median version of it. Um, in Denmark, they take lots of tests, lots of tests, um, and 100% of my time in Europe, um, if they want to treat something on you, you're getting something up your butt. That is my fair warning to you. If you happen to get injured or have some sort of test of some nature that needs to be taken in well, at least Scotland or Denmark, you're getting two fingers. And I am no longer a virgin. Um, but the opposite of what American hospitals do is American hospitals, what they'll do is because American hospitals, you pay for it. American hospitals are businesses. It's capitalism. So you're the customer technically. So they want to make sure that you're okay. Like, all right, we gotta calm this guy down. So they give you whatever medication they can to just fucking get you to shut the fuck up and calm down. Whereas here, they're doing everything, and he's like, "Does this hurt? Does this hurt?" I'm like, "Yeah, how about something, like just something to not make this hurt so much?" And he's like, "Well, we need to make sure the the extremity of the situation." And I was like, "Yeah, it's been 5 hours. Um, I wanna I wanna punch things, you included." Um, of course, I didn't say that. That's just what I felt inside. But the flip is, they ran tests, and he's like, "Yeah, you're due to your back injury. There's, I mean, you kind of know this more than anyone. There's not really much we can do with nerves," which isn't true. I mean, if I saw a spinal specialist in America, which are very expensive, um, they would do something. There's things to do, but they cost money, and Scotland ERs certainly as fuck aren't gonna waste any time on some fucking visitor making me feel right. So he threw some painkillers in liquid format. It was the strangest thing. He's like, "We're gonna give you painkillers, and then you can go." Where in American hospitals, they make you wait. Like, I guess that's for lawsuit purposes, but they'll give you painkillers, but they just like make you sit there for an hour and a half for it to wear off, and it's just like, cool, thanks. Now what? Whereas here, the guy had a liquid thing, and I thought I was gonna have to get a little scabadooch in the arm here, and there was no top to it. It looked like a syringe, but there was no needle, and he said, "Open up," and he poured fucking liquid morphine or whatever the shit down my throat, and it was disgusting. You would think something that would set off your endorphins would tell your tongue, "No, no, this is gonna be good." But no, no. Liquid morphine, or maybe it was oxycodone. I don't. He gave me a strong painkiller in drink format. It was not syrup. I can attest to that. Um, and then he signed some paperwork. He gave me a prescription for a couple of more. Uh, he fucked up because he prescribed more of that liquid, and the pharmacist was like, "No, no, this isn't for home use." Um, he essentially gave me the equivalent of like a fucking fentanyl prescription, which I'm exaggerating, but he gave me like fast acting fucking liquid painkillers, and the pharmacist was like, "No, he's got to fix this," and then they fixed it, and they gave me painkillers for my back. They didn't give me anything for the muscles, which is weird because every time I've had a situation with my back, it's been hand in hand. Uh, when you have a spasm and nerve, so your nerves act up, your muscles are doing work trying to fuck, like, ow, fuck, and they're trying, they're working overtime trying to, sorry, they're working overtime trying to make sure that uh that nerve is protected, and then they get sore. So, what's funny was I had a list of the medications that I was on back home that were stolen. Thank you, Heathrow slash American Airlines. Um, and they even took my fucking my fucking head medication, like my fucking mental health medication. Like, who fuck needs Lexapro? Like, what the fuck? Weirdos. Um, Anywho, where was I? Shit. Oh, so the muscle relaxer that I was on is not legal here in the UK, and I was like, hmm, all right, uh, fair enough. And he suggested using like aspirin, something like that, and that was that. But the funny thing was, he fucking poured a shit ton of, well, not a shit ton. He just poured painkiller down my throat and sent me out. I mean, if I didn't have the tolerance I did, I could have just been fucking woozy as fuck, just staggering out of the hospital into the middle of the street, getting ran over by um, a lorry. I don't know why they named their trucks Lorry, but they don't look like lorries. They look more like Jessica's. But it's interesting. It's very interesting. European hospitals have something in common, and American hospitals are businesses. That is what I will say. Um, and the even greater thing, as a visitor, I probably shouldn't tell people this because people might go on fucking. I'll get yelled at for letting the secret out. I didn't pay for the visit. They just let me leave. I just fucking left. They didn't ask for my insurance. They didn't ask anything about financials. They just told me to leave. I took a ride in an ambulance, stayed in a hospital, drunk some crazy weird painkillers, was prescribed painkillers, and wasn't charged. I would love to tell the rest of America that, this is the way we should be doing it. But we've got bad apples. And maybe I'm a bad apple. Fuck it. But it was just shocking. It was like, wow, they really do. It's just all about, everybody. We used to be like that. When you watch stuff about America in World War II, about like how people would, because they needed to build tanks and shit, and they were short on iron and all these different metals, and people would give their pots and pans so that the government had more of these metals to build these machines of destruction to help win the war. Can you imagine Americans today, just gathering together for a cause? I can't, but I could be wrong. That appears to be the thing absolutely in Denmark and here in Scotland, even though people from Heathrow are a bunch of thieves. That is England. That is a second fuck you to English airports. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. Coffee is the best thing for artists. Oh, thank you. I didn't know that. Okay, I can chat now. Oh. Paris is a giant toilet. Oh, that could have been my opener. Hope things are good, CP, or at least better. I wish I could answer that. So you're the new Flash. How dare you? How very much dare you, sir? Do you know what the person who's playing the Flash has been doing lately? Because I do not want to be categorized in that. We need to talk about Kevin. EMTs. Oh, yeah. You spend as much time in hospital as me. Been 4 times. 4 times. Wow. I'm halfway there. I'm 2. 1 in America, 1 here. Love me some Scotland. Yeah, it was hot when we first got here, but as you can see, I'm wearing long sleeves at night. I mean, it gets humid because we're by the water. We're a little north of Edinburgh, which is the way. Well, I think. Wait, you're supposed to. It's spelled Edinburgh, but you're supposed to pronounce it Edinburgh. We're I don't know, half an hour, 25 minutes north of Edinburgh. Edinburgh, fuck. We're north of water, so it gets humid. There's a lot of emergency medical techs. Thank you. Thank you for I'm laughing straight face. The dry wrong fingers? Dry? Oh, no, wait. Dry glazer? If Ireland could get away with what they would have you on a bed in the hospital car park so crowded. Oh, no, it was crowded. I had to wait a while, but when you're not paying for it, like I said, the only thing was discomfort, and they kept giving me this fucking the equivalent of like laughing gas, and I guess if you didn't have a decade and a half of fucking opioids in your system, it might have made things easier, but I might take that as a challenge. You know what? I'll take they have I think they have a train from London. How much they love me down there. I think they have a train that goes from London to France. So I'll just twist an ankle or something in France and be like, all right, let's see what you got. I'm ranking hospitals. show me how good you are. So I need 2 minutes worth of material anyway. So something up your ass, my dude. I need to show you my yeah. Yeah, but your condition sucks. I empathize, sympathize. I empathize. I'm pathetic to your situation. Yeah, and the problem was, uh, of course, I always get this complex, always, like I'm fucking always bottomless in the hospital. Um, they had to, I had to take the bottoms down because you can't put your fingers through pants. Um, and of course, the female nurse is at my front, and she has a like a towel, while the doctor and his fingers of goo are at my backside. And I'm like, can you just give me that towel and I'll make sure that you don't see the business? My OnlyFans will get very jealous if you have a peek. Getting your booty hole fingered by a stranger isn't exactly the most comforting feeling. It wasn't that so much that it was the liquid, or whatever the fuck they were, because he was like, because I guess you have receptors in your butthole. Here's some some knowledge for everybody. Um, in your butthole, apparently, according to Scottish hospitals, or this guy who really wanted to put his fingers in my butt, and I fell for it. Um, Apparently, there are receptors in your butthole for your spine, for your lower spine, and so he put some mayonnaise in there and poked around, and then like he would take like a small pin, and he'd be like, "Can you feel that?" And sometimes I was guessing because I could feel his knuckles against my cheek, and I was like, "Yes, no, yes, yes." Um, but yeah, I guess he was testing to see just what shape my uh I don't know, I don't know why. I think I no, I think I know why I was free. I think I'm gonna have a bad dream tonight. I call it visiting Dr. Knuckles when they go for the butt. Not a fan of Dr. Knuckles. Yeah. Actually, the more I think about it, the more, yeah, no, it was on the house for a reason. No, there was pain. There was pain. There was no gain, but there was pain. Strong killer in drinkable format. Shots. Yeah, you got to mix it with something though. It was so odd tasting. Uh, Considering like my history, like fucking painkiller connoisseur that I am. I was like, gonna have to put this one on the list. What the fuck? And he poured it down, and I was like, no, no, this isn't good at all. And it really didn't. I'll say that it alleviated the pain. It just kind of neutralized it. It wasn't. I love when I go to the hospital and they're like, "We're gonna give you Dilaudid," and I'm like, "So?" Because Dilaudid is a very strong painkiller, and anybody who doesn't have a history of injury, if they took Dilaudid, would be loopy. You could Google, like, people post surgery, post op, yeah, and they're all like, "Durr," like the fucking guy who was crying because there's like there's one of a like a 17-year-old kid who's crying because he misses uh something. I don't know. people just act really silly and they're like on cloud nine, and it's a feel good drug. Like I said, it it triggers your endorphins. That's what painkillers are. They're not really targeting the part of your body that is feeling pain. It's just a drug that tells your brain, "Hey, don't worry about that. Just think happy thoughts." That's all that painkillers do. I hate to break this to you. It's not like if you broke your knee that the painkiller would go like, "Oh, all right, well, let's go down the body and find the knee." No, it's all in your brain. It's signals from your knee telling your brain, "Hey, shit's gone south down here. Ouch." And your brain goes, "Oh, well, oh, okay, in that case, ouch." And the medication just is the middleman and says, just ignore the knee. Don't worry about it. It's fucking just here. Have some happy thoughts. But anyway, I don't have the same reaction to you know happy medications, pain go bye medications that an average Joe would. And I just laugh at the nurses when they look at me in astonishment an hour later, and they're like, "You should be out." And I'm like, "Nope." Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they should have mixed it with something. That would have been better. Hello, Chad. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, Cody. Me and Cody do we do tend to bounce off one another quite well. If you had to recommend a comedy special to a newcomer, what would you choose? Are you familiar with George Carlin? If you're not familiar with, if you are familiar with George Carlin, start watching some Bill Burr, Dave Chappelle, uh, Eddie Murphy. He's only got 2-hour-long specials, but they are platinum grade. They're not very 2022, but I don't value words the same way other people do. And Bill Burr, his most recent one, Live at Red Rocks, which is on, I believe, Netflix, he does an extremely incredible job of doing what could be considered offensive things or saying offensive things, and then getting you to understand that what he's saying is not his stance. Jim Jeffries is another very, very funny comedian that isn't exactly totally PC, but very funny. His thing on, I mean, every time there's a mass shooting, his gun bit always like skyrockets. And he's an extremely intelligent comedian for uploading that special on his YouTube page, because I can only imagine the AdSense. If there's anybody that's rooting for such horrible events, let me not finish any of those sentences or thoughts. They're making concoctions out of your shit. People are too damn selfish now. For the most part, it gets worse each generation. Yeah, that's fairly accurate. I can't say the same for Scotland, I really can't. I mean, um, I've been out I've walked more in the last week than I have in the last 2 years, I'll say that much. Um, and for as much everybody's got their good parts of town, their bad parts of town. Um, Everybody has their cartoon people, like, I mean, people from the ghetto, people from fucking, trailer parks in America, like, they're just punchlines, and no country does not have their own version of that, and I've learned a term for that, and, excuse me if it's offensive, but apparently they call them chavs here, and I've been able to pick them out like a fucking Where's Waldo magazine. Book? Magazine? Book? Just got out of rehab, dude. So great to be watching live. Well, I apologize for talking about uh what I was talking about. I hope you're doing well. Stay strong. How are things across the pond? 6 and 7s and years, mate. Yeah, no, it's okay here. I appreciate the weather. I thought they sent all the thieves to Australia. Some asshat chav stole your equipment. Yeah. What's weird, like, they took all of my medication except for 2 pills, and they were, nothing that you can, like, party off of. It was for depression. It was, like, really strange. They left me the bottle with 2 pills, and it was just like, "Just take the whole fucking thing, asshole. What am I gonna do with 2 pills?" I don't know what they're gonna do with the Flash movie. Well, as of right now, it still has a date, so I don't know what the fuck. Arrow UK has a sale going, just letting you know. I am so far in the negative right now. I appreciate it. Um, I am in the exact opposite of shopping. Um, but I appreciate the heads up. Uh, if by some reason I win lotto that I don't play, I will take a gander. Inagata to Edinburgh, baby. Good night, Nico. Good night. Oh yeah, you're over here. Oh wait, you're further over. In Ireland, most high yeah, in Ireland, most hospitals you're in bed in hallways. That's the way it is in America. They just fucking um see, so I overheard from the EMTs that Scotland stopped doing that because somebody died in the hallway because people just forgot. And that makes sense. Like when you leave somebody in a fucking hallway, there's like no technical number, there's no information. It's just somebody on a bed in a hallway and everybody's doing all their crazy shit. Uh, you know, it, I don't know. I Europe's doing a much better job of taking care of their citizens than America is, as far as health is concerned. And Europeans, especially those from the United Kingdom, are complaining about it. It's fucking priceless. So nobody's happy. I have not seen Blue Velvet. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll find out every country that has a Burger King, and then just fucking do a nightmare burger tour, and be like, all right, what organ am I losing this time? Normalizing atheism. Interesting name. I enjoy it. I could consider myself an agnatheist. I wasn't aware you lived in Scotland, CP. That's cool. I was in Wales for 20 years, back in the US now. I temporarily am in Scotland. I need to go back to America for a number of reasons. Um, those matters began to press once things kind of got scrambled when we got here 1 month ago to the date. Oh, no, 1 month ago in a day. Uh, but there's still a bunch of our belongings in New York where I need to go back and um, dilute, sell, um, bring back for them to steal. There's still work to be done back in New York, but Emily is thankfully back here in the UK, where she can see a dentist and not worry about paying $6,000 for a fucking toothache. No. A movie channel talking about hospitals like Forrest Gump, CP channel like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get topic wise. Yeah, I said, did I title it Anything Goes? I thought I did. Apologies if you want to talk about movies, we can talk about movies. I don't give a shit. Well, yeah, sure. Bill Cosby bought drinks for his dates, and it was free. So, you know, six on one hand. Oh, Alonzo, you brought up a bunch of black rock and roll singers, and I wanted to ask you, and I never did. Are you aware of the skill of one Tobin Abasi? He is not a singer. He is a guitar player, and he's fucking amazing. And he's not ugly either. If I have to be quite even keeled about my judgment of uh what would you call it now? Where you just judge somebody on their looks. It doesn't matter. He's a brilliant guitar player. I appreciate that. Yeah, bang that thumb. That helps, guys. You don't have to contribute money to help out the channel. Sharing, thumbs, comments, all that shit, that helps. It really does help. I really do appreciate that. And I appreciate you for suggesting that. Colonoscopy ranking on the way. I need more. I need more fingers in my ass before I don't have enough. I don't have enough to warrant a ranking. No, I think you only got a knuckle or two deep. Not that I could tell. Yeah, it's par for the course. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's we've just learned to call it CP luck at this point. If there's a fork in the road, I'm gonna hit a tree. That's all there is to it. You have two choices. Up, wrong, you hit a tree. They gave me laughing gas when I got my wisdom teeth out a couple of years ago. I told the doc it was some good shit in those exact words. Making electric. Wow, I'm fucking far behind. All right, all right, all right. Is water on the knee a possible? Crystal meth, meth. Yeah, heroin. Heroin is an opiate. That would probably be closer to what I got. Yo, dude, I would love to be knocked out for everything, just anything. Uh, my fingernail hurts. Can you knock me out, please? I've never seen those colors before. Gabriel Iglesias. I don't. I'm too scared to get the laughing gas, but somehow not scared of being injected right to. Yeah, my wife can take all of my pain, and she does. That's a joke. It's a joke. Don't report me. Rodney Dangerfield's my all-time favorite. Red Fox. Now, those are two. Hall of Fame. Yes, yes, Louise. I thought it was brilliant. I think he's hysterical. I love the way he, in the first 10 minutes or so, the way he talks about COVID and how hypocritical both sides are. The people with the masks and the people who won't wear the masks. It's funny. It's funny because it's true. There's comedy in truth, and most comedy has 40% truth to it. Fucking America, like it or leave it. Chavs are like white trash here in America. Yeah. Yeah, no, I've witnessed them in the wild. Apparently, as I call them, chavs. Chavs. In Australia and New Zealand, they're called bogans. Am I saying it right? Bogans. I'm having deja vu. I no, I'm staying with a former soldier, a highly regarded soldier, uh, from from her royal. I don't know how to properly say it. Shit. Uh, please let me give me a cheat sheet. There's no cheat sheet. Uh, Emily's uncle is a very highly regarded uh, member, retired member of the army, and uh, if shit goes south, is ready. It's not the hospital's fault, to be fair. A lot of CPs here getting sick. What film do you think gets mental health right? Ooh. Unsane? That's a Let me think about that. That's a very interesting question. I've never thought of that. don't think anybody's figured out how to explain mental health in a film, at least. Joker's close. That look at that right away. We've had people die in the hallways in Ireland. Jesus. Girl Interrupted. That was another good one. See. From Animals as Leaders, you got it, Logan. That's him. That's Tobin Abasi. Abasi. Tobin Abasi. You spelled it exactly right. Yeah, look him up. Very, very talented. Oh, Supera chat. Thank you. Subjective Perspective Collective. Tongue twister. Hope life gets better for you, brother. I know all about hospitals. I'm a stage 4 cancer survivor, 3 surgeries, 6 months chemo, best of health. I hope you're doing well. Never mind me. I'm already cut and stitched. I hope you're doing okay. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you. Train Spotting. Train Spotting is probably the most accurate. Ooh, Train Spotting or Requiem for a Dream. Most accurate fucking shitty, how shitty drugs are movie. He's an awesome guitarist. Love the gent instrumentalist style of Animals as Leader. Yeah, Kafo is perhaps one of my favorite songs, which ironically is Scottish. Yeah. Choose Life. That's it. Yep. You got it. Kubrick. Yeah, Dice could probably. Nothing. My brain is scrambled. Like I said, when it's 100% my fault. It's my fault. My mental conditioning. My clinical depression's fault. When the bag showed up empty, I didn't want to do anything for a couple of days, and my short-term memory forgot. So it's not happening. It's just I fucked up. I fucked up and stopped working on it. But it's coming. I hope not. That would be hard. That would be very hard. 94 and 31. Oh, Gabriel Iglesias, the comedian. Excuse me. Nah. Andrew Dice Clay, underrated. He had some very, he was a shock comedian for a while, but a lot of the times there was stuff that he said that gets very underrated that just people don't give him credit for. Same thing can be said for Sam Kinison. I think Sam Kinison is a much stronger stand-up comedian than Andrew Dice Clay, because he had bits. Dice was more about they both leaned on a gimmick, but Sam Kinison had bits. And Sam Kinison really went over the top. So the difference between Sam Kinison and Andrew Dice Clay is Andrew Dice Clay just told a bunch of nursery rhymes and made them dirty. Sam Kinison had stand-up. His gimmick was screaming, but his stand-up, the material was something else. He has a bit on he knows why So I wouldn't do it any justice. The bit's almost 40 years old, uh, about Jesus Christ not having a wife because, she would have given him shit for being out for 3 days during Easter. Um, I'm doing it 0 justice. And then he has a bit about, uh, at the time, they were doing, like, Live Aid and sending food to people in the desert, uh, and he has a joke about, showing the people the sand, and he well, he tells them what it's gonna be in 100 years. I don't wanna ruin it because I'm doing it no justice. Um, Thank you, MC Huber. Hi, CP. Hope all is well. Scotland is a beautiful place. My late mom was from Prestwick. Last time I visited was in '89. Need to go back. All the best. I am not familiar with towns. I just know that Edinburgh is south and and the G1. Glasgow is west of me, and I know water is somewhat close. That's what I'm in Fife. So that's all I got. I don't know. I mean, I could probably look it up. Yeah, no, it's gorgeous. It really is gorgeous, and the temperature, aside from global warming taking our lives slowly but surely, the temperature's beautiful. Reminds me of Denmark. I remember when I first got to Denmark and I noticed no air conditioners, and I was like, "What's gonna happen in July?" And they're like, "Fuck you, what? What are you talking about?" And then it turned out that, like, July weather in Denmark is, like, 81, and I was like, "Oh, oh, you guys don't understand what heat is." Uh, Aaron, is Emily no, no, uh, a retired Army, like, multiple medals, has a fucking, I don't know what the equivalent is, but he has some thing from the Queen. Like he's got like the Queen knows his fucking name. Like like he's a decorated retired armed forces member for Scotland. So no, this is just part of you know his gear. I wouldn't know what to do with any of it. Well, maybe the glasses right here. I know how to do that. Those go in the eyes. I have not seen Spencer. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is good as far as the way they're being treated. I would agree with that. Anybody who's spent time someplace that they don't really want to be, I mean, that can count for anything. I'll only speak on my own experience. So I thought Iron Man 3 where Tony Stark was dealing with panic attacks was quite familiar. Panic attacks suck balls. Train Spotting's more realistic for the average person addicted to dope. Requiem is more like worst case scenario if you do dope. Uh, they're both shitty. Like they're both shitty outcomes if you. I think they both capture the way that dope just fucking handcuffs itself to you and like your thought process. Bug with Ashley Judd and Michael Shannon is the most accurate depiction of paranoid schizophrenia I've ever seen. Oh, oh, they knock you out for those? That's I don't know if that's heartwarming or scary. I want to like Requiem but it's a little pishash for me. I think it's a very well made movie. Um, Extremely difficult to watch. But the editing is fucking brilliant in that movie. Thank you, Logan. I appreciate that. I'm trying. I'm certainly trying. Dale, long time no see. Is 31 and 31 coming out December? No, there's one coming out in 18 days, and the perennial is on Halloween. Ass to ass. Yeah, they lit the hospital room just the same way too. Bunch of guys in cigars just circled around me as the doctor just fucking gives me a little scabadooch right up the 5-hole. Yes, that is accurate. Sam Kinison was a former preacher. Start school on Friday, which is very unusual. Oh my God. Friday, that's like August. Woof. I used to start like mid-September. Kinison was 50 times the comedian that Andrew Dice Clay is. It's not even close for me. I do not disagree whatsoever. Sam Kinison had material, but having said that, Andrew Dice Clay was underestimated. Take that. At least you didn't talk about Halloween 24/7. CP love the franchise, but some guys every video, every day, one fucking movie. Give it a break, guys. Yeah, they're gonna have a hard time come what, December? Whenever the home video release comes out and all the fucking special features and deleted scenes are out, then what? Sucking on sand. All right. I don't worry about terrorism. I was married for 2 years. It's been so long. I'd have to refresh myself. Do you mainly cover French horror, or would you consider diving into giallo and category 3 as well? Giallo, it's really all I have at the moment. I can't be a beggar and a chooser. It's what I have access to. And right now I have access to somebody else's DVDs from and none of them are really who would like that material, or not many horror back there. When I do return home to dilute and downgrade and de-Bluetooth myself officially, then I'll be able to take more of an inventory and start over. I really I mean I have Tenebrae just sitting in a pile in a storage unit waiting for me to watch it and cover it, and it all depends. It all depends. Time. Russell Peters, I have. I'm not the biggest fan of Russell Peters. Yeah. Yeah. No, I know, right? There's sometimes I wish I would, can you give me a colonoscopy just so I can get some sleep? What procedure would I need you to give me so that I can have some sleep? I'm an insomniac. I have yet to see a movie to capture the dope lean accurately. Pretty hard thing to recreate physically as an actor, I guess. Yeah, that's fair. It is a weird thing. Dale, 4.99. Thank you. Just thought it'd be nice and drop one. Keep being awesome. Thank you, Dale. Appreciate it. My next topic will be the Book of Genesis. Dude, I've been in school for 2 weeks now. Gee, what the fuck? A free ass exam. You should buy them dinner normally for what you do before get anal. I have to go. Good luck with everything. Thanks, Logan. Good to see you again. Have a good one. Have you ever considered doing Come and See for Who Would Like That? It's pretty much an essential disturbing movie like Salo or Irreversible, the most harrowing war film ever made. I listen, when it comes to that series, I'll consider anything, especially considering I was nervous because Base Moi didn't really kind of jump out of the gates, but it's starting to move. So that series essentially is like the fucking the chains that are holding the AdSense to this channel up. If I get AdSense, I had to fight to get a yellow cash symbol on Base Moi because I was like, I didn't show any nudity. I made references to things. I curse, big fucking deal. I've seen far worse. Give me my yellow cash logo. Let Manscaped. I should probably get if somebody wants to help me get sponsored by Manscaped. They should sponsor those fucking Who Would Like That videos. But no, if I could get my hands on it, yeah. I keep meaning to throw happiness in there, and I have a digital copy of happiness, but it's a 480p copy, and for me to like source some of the material would look fucking wacky. But happiness is something I really want to cover on Who Would Like That. So a war movie, of course. Or like Threads. I'd love to do Threads for Who Would Like That. Don't have access to it. What are your thoughts on Andrew Tate? He's a hot topic at the moment. I have no fucking clue who that is. I don't know if I should feel stupid or not. Also, I wouldn't know personally, but I've heard pirating films is fun. Again, I wouldn't know anything, but allegedly. Yeah. I've heard. The Black Phone is coming to Blu-ray this Tuesday. This has been my most anticipated horror movie of the year, and I can't wait 100% to see it. I hope Cody's right that the film does worth the wait. Lower your expectations, and when I'm wrong, you'll feel better about it. Tenebrae is my favorite Argento. I'd like to watch it. I'm currently watching Friday the 13th Part 3 on this Saturday the 13th. They just released on Twitter, Bloody Disgusting had access to the alternate, like they have a bunch of, like something like 10, 15 screen grabs of the alternate ending where he chops what's-her-face's head off. And they're just like screen grabs. It makes you wonder, it's been fucking 40 years. Where's this shit been sitting? Every time I see Argento, I think of cheese. Of all the stuff I've gone through, steps I had to do for my colonoscopy was, oh no, yeah, that fluid you got to drink the night before or whatever. And that was an opportune joke I just did there. You say you want a Pamela prequel. I'm on that train, but being honest, it's hard to see anyone other than Betsy Palmer in the role. Friday the 13th is a 3 out of 5 movie, but Pamela is a horror icon. My idea was always to set up Adrienne King as a young Pamela. And every year, I don't know if you saw my April Fool's joke last year, but I made a mock trailer for my Friday fan film, and it was going to be a prequel, and I was going to have Adrienne King play Pamela, which would have been, I don't know, it probably would have pissed off 70% of Friday the 13th fans, but it would have been unique. I would have liked the idea, and it plays into the stereotype of, well, we're doing a fan film. We got to get somebody from the franchise to do something. But yeah, if you ever catch me making a fan film, it will be taking place before 1980 is the closest thing I'll say. Not that I have anything. I have nothing on the horizon. You need cameras to make movies, first of all. I have microphones. I don't have a tripod. They stole my tripod, but left the fucking handle. You need to do kids for. Yeah, no, that's on the list. Because I pseudo did Cuties, and remember how big a fuss people made out of Cuties, and that came and went. Bully. It's been so long since I've seen Bully. I think Bully was just a good movie. I don't know if there's a who would like that for Bully. I just remember Bully being like a really decent movie. I don't remember there being an element where it was just like, oh, this is kind of fucked up. But it's been a while. Not that I think of it, Mia Goth would be a good choice. I guess it would be because a young Pamela. It's possible. And by the way, am I fucking ever excited for that X prequel? Oh. Yeah, we don't get the cock out here in the UC. The UC does not have the access to the cock. Black Phone was like last night in Soho for me. It was good. Won't watch it again. I'd watch it again. I agree. Black Phone was good. I think it's top 5 for me right now, although I've only seen like 22 movies this year. No, I disagree, Corey. The mystique of him makes it better. Much like Silence of the Lambs. I mean, how much did you know about Buffalo Bill other than he liked to tuck it? The not knowing what the reasoning. Well, sorry, never mind. Shit. For young Pamela, I'd Jennifer Jason Leigh? For young Pamela? Jennifer Jason Leigh at this point is probably older than super chat, Amanda, $20. Thank you. Hey, bud. Hey, bud. Hope you're doing good. And you as well, Amanda. Thank you. Much appreciated. Oh, is there? There's a lot of grape? A lot of grapes without the G's. Gotcha. All right. I forgot about that. I mean, I can only watch so many movies with grapes in them. Ugh. It's kind of I don't know. I need to like wash my brain because I'm getting so desensitized. Like, oh, look, it's a French movie. Oh, look. They're having sex without permission. Great. Can't wait to talk about this. Do you think horror films antagonize mental illness? Some do. The further back you go, it's certainly. Shutter Island is a brilliant movie where it makes it ambiguous. Brilliant movie that makes it ambiguous. Like a very, very, very good movie that makes mental health ambiguous. Boy, the airport gave you a metal ass ramming. Your luggage with your luggage. Cuties is a disgusting movie. No, I understand the point of Cuties. I agree with you. Children should not be doing that, but they lead you into that. They explain to you how the children get to that point. If you can tell me, if you just have them dancing like that 30 seconds into the movie, then it's like, what is this? But they're not being watched by their parents. They're in a shitty part of town. They're the worst of the worst at the school. And they're looking up to like really shitty parts of pop culture, and they're not being properly supervised. And they think that that is what being famous is. And it turns out that people are disgusted by it. And this is a country that has not had beauty pageants for children for almost a decade now, maybe more. So who the fuck are we to say what their messaging is on Cuties? Oh wait, Sean, you're here. Apologies. Americans had an awful lot to say about Cuties, but they'll watch little 6-year-olds dressed up like Pamela Anderson and think not a second twice about it, which I think is the definition of hypocrisy. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Come and see would undo your desensitization. That's a big statement. Thank you. I had a day, as I hope you all have yourselves a day. I haven't seen Crimes of the Future. The last couple of months, I've been kind of off the grid with new releases. But Cronenberg, uh, the name alone gets me fired up. Amanda, $10. Thank you. You're being excessive. I appreciate it, but thank you. I finally found you in IG and followed you. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Amanda, did you end up getting the burnt Chucky doll that they sold on? If you don't know about this, if you go to shoutfactory.com, they have this little doll that looks like the burnt Chucky at the end of one, and it's really, really impressive looking. And I thought of Chuck. I thought of Chucky. Obviously, I thought of Chucky. I thought of Cody, and I thought of you, like, immediately. I was like, "Oh, Chucky fans, like, this is." It's a shame I'm not a big Chucky fan because that looks like a badass piece to put on the shelf. Yep, that's exactly what I said. People had so much hate for the movies, cuties, but no concern for the actual industry the movie was pretty much exposing. Yeah. The thing nobody's talking about it anymore. It was the thing to be pissed off of that week. Little Miss Sunshine is a perfect example of that mentality with beauty pageants. Yes. Yep. Indeed. Rest in peace, Olivia Newton-John and Anne Heche. And may I add to that? Well, Anne Heche, speaking of mental disability, I want to say that here, let me start another YouTube war. Dr. Todd Grande, I don't know if any of you are familiar with him. He does analyses on like fucking clickbait bullshit. He did an analysis on Anne Heche the morning after she got into that car crash. And he was, again, let me tell you, Dr. Todd Grande is his name. He wears glasses and he's very soft spoken. And I don't know. I don't know if he's a therapist or what, but any doctor who's talking about somebody who was currently in the hospital at the time, who then fell into a coma, poking jokes about their acting career and other elements of their life is not doing a diagnosis. They're being a clickbait fucking opportunist scumbag. And I think Todd Grande is an absolute piece of shit. And I don't even know if that video is up anymore, but she has since died. So he should feel like garbage, like absolute garbage for what he did. Capitalizing on news about somebody who was in the hospital at the time and cracking jokes. Anne Heche acting in Donnie Brasco was fantastic. He has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Why don't you stick to being a fucking asshole? Because that's what you do best, buddy. The bedside manner of a fucking brick. Yes. Yes, actually, it's funny you ask that. We just touched base today about that very subject. Are you a fan of Under the Skin? Emily keeps bringing it up, and I keep forgetting. Well, again, our access to film and shit is extremely limited right now. But I have not seen it. Emily tells me I need to see it. Wow. All right, so that's big. Can you send me a screenshot of it? I've seen some badass Funko Pops from Child's Play 2 where he's pushing himself. His legs get messed up. Hold on. All right, guys, hold on. Apologies. I realize I'm getting further behind. In the chat. But oh shit, it's sold out. Balls. All right, so share. Let's see. Share screen, window. Chrome does not have permission. Follow these steps. What the fuck? Eat an asshole. All right, hold on. What? Security and privacy. Security and privacy. You fucking assholes. What? I can do this. Amanda, I posted a link to it. It's from me. This, it won't let me show it, but if you click on that, it'll show you a picture of the doll. It's fucking. Listen, I'm not huge on Chucky, but it's something I wouldn't hate on the shelf. Yeah, I know of Dr. Grande. Yeah. Yeah, Anne Heche, Psycho remake. She was in All My Children. I don't know, one of those soap operas for a while. She's been in a bunch of things. The Psycho remake, she was fine. He made jokes about that too. She was in Donnie Brasco. She was in 6 Days, 7 Nights. She's Wagged a Dog. She's a perfectly competent actor, and he's out of his depth. I subscribe to Dr. Grande's channel. He always says the disclaimer, he's not diagnosing anyone. He's just giving us his analysis. Well, nobody's asking for his fucking snarky jabs. That's for certain. He knows jack shit about film. That's somebody who knows things about film saying he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He may be a doctor, but I'd like to see his studies in film to whether or not he knows her quality in acting. He has a PhD in therapy. May I never speak to him about my problems. Yeah, no, he's a YouTuber. He's a fucking clickbait, fucking analytics whore. That's all he is. He took the Anne Heche video down, believe. Yeah, I made a comment basically saying what I, without, being so CP about it, but he deleted that comment. So, I guess he couldn't analyze my comment very well. What makes him more of a scumbag is, she wasn't going to live for long. Yeah. And that was my problem. Like, dude, let her recover before you you like fucking the house was still smoking when the video was out. Like, dude, there was some paparazzi scumbag who tweeted in response to the crash saying, "And we were there." Yeah, we've lost touch. I understand that celebrities make a fuckload of money and that they're public figures, but they're still people. Have some fucking decency. I agree. Don't apologize. I had to. I know, right? Like I looked at it and I was like, "Fuck, that's nice." I don't know how big it is. It could be this small or fucking this big. It's incredible. Well, if Cody didn't get it, apparently it's sold out. But I don't know if you want to go to the eBay market. God knows what the markup is there. My mom told me about her fatal car accident yesterday in the morning. We genuinely hope for a wonder to happen to her during the day. Yet in the evening, tragic message of her passing reached us. Yeah, yeah, she was in the hospital in a coma. Like they said she was okay. She was in critical condition. Like she there were different stages of her condition, and she with all the smoke in her lungs, she was in bad shape. And I think by 2 days ago they were like, it doesn't look good. And then they took her off life support, and then she was brain dead, and then that was unfortunately that. But Todd Grande made that fucking AdSense, baby. Yeah, like a real therapist. Last OD caused hypoxia. She went into a coma. Finding out a loved one and brain dead and pulling the plug is the best kick in the gut. Really poor taste to joke about. Well, he was joking about it before she even went to a coma. Like that's my point. Like, what are you performing an analysis of? Not all, like, fucking we're studying January 6th, 2021 now. What the fuck? What do you need to be commenting on a car crash that not all the details are out about? You fucking psycho. Oh, that's right. She was in I Know What You Did Last Summer. While the events of Hay's death is horrible, I'm mixed on it, but it's sad she lost her life. I'd say if you want to make negative comments, keep it to yourself. Yeah, that's a doctor who was taking jabs at somebody who was at the time in the hospital suffering from the beginning stages of death. I read a girl going to be Glenn Glenda in both in Chucky season 2. I have nothing against the transgender community, but Don, why are there separate people? Quit with the weird stuff. I Cody and I say this every year. 1 year on, 1 year off. 1 year on, 1 year off. Don Mancini needs a couple of people to pull him in and be like, well, hold on. Well, let's just comb through this for a second before we green light it. Oh my God, it has been almost 20 years. Fuck. What did I have for dinner? Grilled cheese. Right? I think I had grilled cheese. I think. I don't even know. last thing I do remember eating was grilled cheese. So yeah, yeah. No, the grande guy, I no, he's I don't care about that doctor. That's fine. I don't need to watch. I don't need his analysis on anything. I just I remember seeing it because it was like one of the first things. Like his video is how I found out about her car accident, and I was just like, man, really, 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 dude. I have a couple of Giallo Rex. If you want them, your vice is a locked room, and only I have the key. Is that one long title? The New York Ripper I've heard of. Uh, uh, New York Ripper's the Giallo slasher. Yeah, yeah. The actor is non-binary. They are only female biology. Yeah, you know what that word reads. I don't know what the plan is. Um, every time I think I plan something, like I said, there's a fork in the road. You have two choices. That ever since 2016, 15, we'll call it very early 2016. Every time I've had like choices on things to do, I could do this or I could do that. I've taken a choice, and what actually ended up happening when I thought I was taking a road to uh, a thing, what happened was I actually hit a tree that was in the middle of the fork. So I don't know. The plan is to come back to Europe once everything in New York is squared away, but I can't get back to New York. So fucking thank God. I don't know. Thank God. Uh, I'm in the minority who prefers the comedic Chucky films over the serious Chucky film. You are in the minority. Still have to watch the Chucky series, although I'm not the biggest fan. I'm looking forward to it. It's somewhat weird that despite being a pretty consistent, I'm not crazy about it. If you told me last year, going into the year, that I would like the Chucky series more than the Dexter series, I would have told you you were fucking high. But I like the Chucky series more than I like the Dexter series. Oh, is that true? I don't remember that. It does look amazing. Like again, I'm not Chucky's. I mean, like I don't know, he's up there for me, but not somebody I would ever think to get like merch for. But that thing, it was like, eh, I could find a spot for it. The detail is incredible. Uh which is a funnier dark comedy, Happiness or Fargo? Fargo is Emily and I quote Fargo on the reg. I just fucking got here. Yeah, it turns out I decided not to park here. Um, We shoot, like, random nonsense quotes from Fargo that nobody would pick up on. Uh, so, like, I'm kinda slanted on that, but Happiness, I always tell people, is the greatest terrible movie you'll ever watch. Um, but Fargo, it's just not close for me. It's just not close. We're not a bank, Jerry. No, no, thi this is my deal here. No way, Wade. Uh, did Chucky got okie dokie. Thanks for the super chats, appreciate it. Um, sure, some people dig it, whatever. It's so funny how horror franchises, they always do something. I mean, even Michael Myers' mask has differences. Like, to fuck. They always have to do something to make it that movie's own. But people fall in love with a specific look, and then that is horror franchises 101. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Amanda. It didn't seem too extravagant. And I think on that, if when it first was announced, if you got part 1, 2, and 3, the 4K remasters with them, like, they gave you, like, this package deal where you spend, like, 100 something dollars, and you get posters and the first 3 movies in 4K um, mastered. That's the word I'm looking for. Like, it was a very fair offer, especially considering the quality of that piece. I think Kyle is gonna be in the new Chucky series. I think her death in the first season was a fake out. I agree with that. Do not get me started on Dexter's series ending. Fucking idiots. I was for New Blood, I was like, "Oh, 9 episodes. You're doing great. Just close it out. Just fucking close it out. Please. Just do it right." And then they said, "All right, we got it. We got it. Half an hour, 35 minutes." And then I don't know, I guess there was a wire on the ground and they tripped and everything went to shit. Tried Fargo again for the last time, but not to be mean, but that accent makes me go insane. Don't ever go to the middle of the country if you ever visit the US, especially the upper middle. You don't want to go near like Minnesota in there. Yeah, Twin Cities. Looking for some action. I don't arrange that kind of thing. What do you think I am? And then he says, "What do you think? I'm a jerk?" Only he don't use the word jerk, if you know what I mean. What's your favorite movie from the Rocky universe? 4, 5. I guess you think you're, like an authority figure with that stupid fucking uniform, huh, buddy? King clip-on tie there, big fucking man, huh? I just fucking got here. Yeah, I decided not to park here. Monty Python and the Holy Grail was filmed in Scotland. I did not know that. As was parts of the Star Wars sequel trilogy, but nobody wants to talk about that. I saw Bodies, Bodies, Bodies recently. It was the movie I wanted Knives Out to be. Oh, don't bring the C word up around me. because I think Knives Out is a modern Clue. Yo, somebody get in touch with their uncle. I need to watch Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. What? Clue. Don't compare shit to Clue. Oh, oh yeah. Best of luck, Dice. I'll probably see you in the chat. Talking about fucking dash cam. Woof. Yeah, guys, when you're done here, head over to Freaky Girls Live. They're gonna shit on a really bad movie. Spoiler. Dash cam is not good. What's up, everybody? Best channel ever. Keep up the good work. I don't know, best channel ever, but I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. Are we square? How are we supposed to split up a car, you dummy? I know you're a Friday the 13th guy. What's your opinion on Jason Goes to Hell? I never really heard what you think of that one. I quite enjoy it for some reason. I don't. They do way too much retconning in that movie. And now, having seen the movie that it kind of rips off, it makes me feel a little weird about it. The Hidden. If you go watch The Hidden from 1987, can I have details, please? Directed by Jack Shoulder. Robert Shea as a producer. Was it New Line? I didn't even know it was New Line. Kyle MacLachlan is in it from Twin Peaks fame. Here, I'll read you the synopsis. When average law-abiding citizens suddenly turn to a life of hedonistic behavior and violent crime, Detective Tom Beck is tasked with helping young FBI agent Lloyd Gallagher determine the cause in this tense sci-fi thriller. If you go and watch The Hidden from 1987, it's impossible to not think of Jason Goes to Hell. And I've watched it and I was like, oh, this movie came out first. Ugh. So they took this and put a Jason spin on it. Oh, must watch Clue. Must, even if you hate it and tell me that I should jump off a tall bridge. Give it a shot. Oh man, all the comedic actors in that movie. Knives Out wants to be a modern Clue, but it wastes its character actors. There's too many. I'll give you that. Clue, there's what? Well, how many characters are there in the Clue board game? So, Knives Out, there's just too many people. And it, I won't disagree with that. Spoilers, I fucking hate Annie. Everybody does. What is a WILIscredia? Indeed. Yeah, I could have told you that. Jeepers Creepers 3 is not a movie. Tim Curry, what's this? Another door? And then he fucking, just the fucking lighting, fucking perfect cinematography. Brilliant. Thank you for bringing that up. I just completely forgot about that part. I'm coming. What's this? Under the door? I won't spoil it for those of you who haven't seen Clue, but so fucking funny. Keep in mind, I'm not saying Bodies is as good as Clue. Well, nothing will be as good as Clue. I'm just saying it borrows the formula. Yeah, I don't mind. You're talking to somebody who doesn't mind remakes for the sake of remakes. Like, when I release 31 on 31, I'm going to piss off a fuck ton of people, especially Matrix fans. I got the 3 Child's Play movies on 4K, the posters, the original posters, and the other 2, the second and third films are alternate wow, that's a lot of shit. That's really cool. Dashcam, a movie that wants you to hate its protagonist, but constantly hands her victories every step of the way. Yeah, she is a country without the tree. I'll say that much. Yes, must watch Clue. And then the doorbell rang. Would you stop screaming? The most underrated comedy, I think, in all of history. I'm I would go out on a limb as to say Clue is the most underrated comedy of history. It is fucking brilliant. Clue is gold, gold. Based on the plot synopsis and the fact that Kyle MacLachlan, it sounds like the movie's being set in the Twin Peaks universe. Kyle MacLachlan's a little fucking, little lost looking. The fucking candlestick falls on his head. Mm, yeah. Oh no, no. Well, there. Without spoiling it, Anna Armas's character is. I think that's on purpose. That's on purpose, Jake. I don't think you're supposed to recognize. It's kind of more of a just a character in the background that you're supposed to be witnessing everything through for for reasons. Sorry, I had to make sure my throat was clear for this. Turns out the girl I went on a date with last night, I slept with her mom a couple of weeks ago. Aaron, how did you find that out? Yeah. I guess no second date or maybe a threesome's in the cards. The most bizarre threesome in history. The elusive. No, everybody beat me as a punch. Shit. Communism was just a red herring. I am a Aquarius. Yes. Thank you, Trevor. I appreciate that. Recently watched Jerk with Steve Martin. If there was a movie that does not age well, it's that. I like the scene where he's at the gas station. He's shooting these cans. There's more cans here. Even though incest is gross, I think you should try them both. You never know which one, who learned what from what. That's terrible. Why are men like this? I don't think he planned on going out with her daughter. She showed me a picture of her at a family dinner, and I was like, oh shit. Do we have a Met score? Do I have a Met score? Everything updates so slow out here. ESPN does not work like a prop. I don't even know what the fucking local sporting thing is here. Mets up 1-0 in the bottom of the 8th. Fucking DeGrom just carrying that team. Christ. Mets score 5 runs, like 55 days in a row. And it's like, oh, the Phillies are in town. You pitchers got this, right? 1-0. Everybody's just quoting Clue now. I'm telling you, any movie where like you go back and you catch a quote that you laugh at harder the second time because like you didn't really properly soak it up. I think, any comedy that either maintains its power or, God forbid, increases your attraction to it is so hard to find. It's so hard to find comedies that you like go back to and get more from a second experience. I don't know what Beast is. Gosh, you're killing me with the fucking Clue quote. Hey, my girlfriend sucked 37 dicks in a row. Hey, come back here. Oh boy. Yeah. Yep, that's a quote. I thought you were leaving, but yes, another quote. I didn't do it. It's starring Idris Elba. Still got nothing. Trying to stuck any dick in the way of the park. Hey, come back here. You're not allowed to rent here anymore. Yeah. Would you like some making fuck berserker? She drops the glass. Well, I had to stop her from screaming. Um, yeah, it's been two. It's been 2 hours, 22 minutes and counting. Um, did he just say making fuck? My love for you is like a clock berserker. Why don't I have access to these movies? What the fuck? Is there a streaming service that has Clerks on it? My love for you is like a truck berserker. Yeah, that's what I should do. I should do like a fucking comedy list. Unfortunately, there's not very many YouTube movie comedy communities. They just don't get the attention that that would warrant me putting fucking 20 hours of work into it. That's his fucking metal face. Olaf metal. Skernick. Bah. All right. Yeah, it's late. It's late here in Scotland. It is a it is what 10, 11, 12, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. It's 2:30 in the morning. Um I don't know what the fuck. This was just a complete shit show. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I very much appreciate you guys with the super chats. Again, if you want access to early content, so on and so forth, blah blah blah, support the channel here. If you just want to throw a couple of dollars my way without somebody taking a pinch, there's Ko-fi.com, which is just like Buy Me a Coffee, except they don't take anything from it, or don't. No pressure either way. That just about does it for tonight. I will try my best to I don't know. I'm mentally I'm kind of, you know, everything that was stolen, that was lost, was my livelihood. Um, I knew I was going to have to start over. I didn't know that I was going to have to start over and completely reset. And there's so many things I prepared for. I didn't prepare for having to replace things that I, bought 18 years ago. Um, and it hit hard. And so, mentally it's been a struggle. I'm not home. I'm not near stuff that I can try to like figure out what is most important to me, because my equipment was the most important to me. I mean, I guess what's weird is I have a bunch of microphones. Like I have my shotgun mic. I have a lav mic. I have I have 3 microphones upstairs, but no camera gear. Um, I guess if I can somehow figure out a way to, you know, even out things where, it's not back to normal, but I have stuff that I left with, but I don't have anything else. If I can kind of reset and prioritize and get myself started again, that would help. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying anymore. But thanks for being here. I don't know when I'll be back. My mood's been fucking all over the place. That's what I meant to say. That is what I meant to say. Uh, I'm very spontaneous, so just keep an eye out. And thanks for the support. August 31st, I can promise you something will be on this channel then if you don't see me until then. Or not.